Flight 914 headed for Miami took off from New York City and disappeared, only to reappear almost 4 decades later. The flight, scheduled to last for just a few hours, lasted for 37 years, eventually showing up in Venezuela like it was the most normal thing in the world. The passengers didn't look a day older than when they boarded the flight 37 years ago. This incident would have been the perfect proof that time travel does exist. There might have been flights headed for Miami from New York on the day Flight 914 allegedly happened, but they certainly did not disappear and reappear decades later. So, what happened?
There's a small triangle of water that doesn't exist on any map, and whose exact dimensions are not known. And yet we've all heard the stories that accompany the legendary Bermuda Triangle. Shrouded in mystery and conjuring up some of the wildest conspiracy theories known to man, this geographical anomaly is widely regarded as the most deadly, dangerous and deceptive place on Earth. So how is it that a part of the ocean that isn't even officially recognised as part of the ocean has become so revered?
Would you raise your hand, please? Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter now pending shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you please state your full name?
I'm Jeffrey Edward Epstein, and my residence address is 6100 Red Hook Boulevard in Virgin Islands.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime?
Yes.
The sex crimes of millionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein are appalling.
I was unaware that I was going to be alone with him. I thought I was going to die.
More than 100 vulnerable teenagers and young women trapped in his depraved web.
He started touching himself.
Tonight, the Epstein Files, the latest on who knew what in the biggest sex trafficking ring in history. His elite circle of the wealthy and powerful on notice as thousands of damning new court documents are unsealed.
They will contain the names of people associated with Jeffrey Epstein.
Prince Andrew and the former President Bill Clinton have been named.
More are expected to come out.
In the last few weeks, they've linked Epstein to some very famous names and exposed some very sordid details.
A situation that started bad just gets worse and worse and worse. The World Trade Center, South Tower, which was hit by a plane and racked by an explosion approximately an hour ago, has totally collapsed.
What happened?
If you're just joining us this morning, you're in for a horrific surprise.
The scene here is just one right out of one of the movies you would see in Hollywood. People walking around with cell phones in tears, holding their heads, looking up at what's left of the World Trade Center and just shaking their heads in disbelief.
Out on the street, everyone knew what just happened. The South Tower was gone. They saw it collapse and ran.
I waited. Time slowed down and everything became pitch black.
Today, the Department of Justice announces the takedown of the dark web market Alpha Bay.
ตัวอาชญากรคนนี้เป็นผู้ต้องหาที่มีความชำนาญด้านเทคโนโลยีอันดับหนึ่งถือว่าเป็นเบอร์หนึ่งของด้านไซเบอร์ไครม์เลยครับ
เขามีบ้าน2 หลังติดกันเป็นทาวน์เฮาส์ตรงคำ2 หลังและกำลังซื้ออีกหลังหนึ่ง
Michael Jackson's story began right on that boundary, where the cheers had barely faded, and the world was stunned to hear the news of his collapse on June 25, 2009, in Los Angeles. Yet, the very moment the announcement, "Michael Jackson is gone," rang out, something in the hearts of millions refused to accept it. Not just because a legend had vanished, but because everything seemed to not add up. Too many questions, too many unusual details, too many things that made people feel, this cannot be so simple. That morning,
So this is the boundary of Area 51. We've got security guards watching us from the hilltop. Warning signs telling us not to go any further. There are orange posts that mark the boundary itself. No fences, no gates, and cameras watching us from the hilltops. We don't want to cross this line. If we do, we'll be arrested.
But according to one former Area 51 security guard, trespassers in the past faced a worse outcome.
If they demonstrate they were going to try to penetrate, they gave me the all clear to waste them.
But what's going on here in the Nevada desert? Why is the U.S. government trying so hard to keep people out?